Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have a Vevor bread maker. So let's open up, see everything that we get inside. And right away, very cool, you get an oven mitt. These are the directions for the bread maker. We'll go over that. And let's open it up. Get some foam out of the way. All right, so it has a pretty generously long extension cord on it. And let's open up the inside and see everything we get in there. So these are all your measuring tools. Get my handy dandy Leatherman out so we can cut through the tape. All right, so you get a double-sided measuring spoon. So that's a tablespoon on one side, teaspoon on the other. You get a little hook. And then you get, these are your paddles that fit in the bread maker. And then you get a measuring cup on here. So that's pretty cool. It's got milliliters and it has the cup marks on it. Quarter, half, and 3/4. And then this is your, I guess, your mixing and your cooking area for your bread. And that goes in so you basically mount it sideways. Then you give it a little twist to put it into place. And then twist and pull it out. So that's how that works. So let's see all the breads that it makes. So you got 1 through 19. So you have all your breads down to, I guess, 15. And then you go into your jams, yogurt, bake, and custom mode. And then you have all these different breads: soft bread, sweet bread, natural sourdough, French bread, white wheat, quick bread, sugar-free, multigrain, gluten-free, buttermilk, bread dough, pizza dough, pasta dough, leaven dough, and then cake. And then these are all your buttons. And let's start making.
Go.
Okay, so here we have the, I guess, the bread baking bowl. Pot. We'll put the paddle in there, and it only goes in one way, so it's pretty simple to do. And then with the, again, you got to kind of find its home, and then just give it a twist to lock it into place. And we are ready to go. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this up ahead of time. So we're going to be making the sweet bread. So what we're doing is we are going to go through the menu, and you can already see it just gives you all sorts of times preset. And then we'll go back to 1. So 2 is going to be for sweet bread. Loaf, we're going to make a 1,000-gram size loaf, basically 2.2 pounds. Color, we are going to, I guess we'll probably, since it's our first time, we are going to go for, let's go for light. Nah, maybe medium. So we're going to go medium. But I love that you got 3 different choices: light, medium, and dark. So we're going to go right down the middle. And then basically we're going to add the ingredients and just hit start. So it's that simple. So the ingredients for the sweet bread we'll put right down here in front so we can follow along pretty easily. So sweet bread, so we're going to put all the liquids first. So water, 180 milliliters of water. This cup is super invaluable for measuring out your milliliters and your cup conversion. Very simple. So this is 180 milliliters of water. So we're going to pour that in. Butter. So butter is 3 big spoons, and I think I said the water 280, just to clarify. I might have been reading this side, but we're using a 1,000-gram loaf. So 280 milliliters of water, 3 big scoops of butter, which we have here, and we pre-melted. We'll pour that in there, and it kind of cooled down a little bit, so we use this little paddle to help get all the butter in there. Okay. So the half small spoon for table salt. I've yeast in this now, but just to kind of give you an idea. So this is a full spoon, small spoon. It has a half mark there, and then when we get to yeast, a third is basically that arm part right across. But anyway, so the salt I have here already, and that was half a small spoon. So we'll put that in there. And then we go down to sugar, 6 big spoonfuls. So that was this side of the spoon, which is basically your tablespoon. But that's our sugar. We're going to add our sugar in there. So that's our mix on that. Milk powder, 4 big spoons. So that's our milk powder measured out. And pour that in. Flour, 450 grams. So for the flour, we measured to a 200 mark, and we did that twice for 400, and then the 50 is here. So that gave us this amount of flour. So we're going to pour that in, and just make sure we get all the little pieces out. And then last but not least is the yeast, and that is 2/3 of the small spoon. So we'll pour that in there, and that's it. And that's basically what it looks like. So we're going to close the lid on this, and then we're going to hit start, and we'll see how it starts going. So let's start. And that is the process. And then that is your countdown timer on that. But very cool. Alright, so this is the 1 hour and 30 mark. So it doesn't look like too much is going on, but that paddle does turn every so often, so it is actively going. And it feels like warm. It's not hot, so stay tuned. Okay, so opening it up, that is the sweet bread. And we'll lift this whole piece out. So just turn it, loosen it up. Then that comes out completely. And let's put this out into a rack. Alright, so this is going to be a little hot depending on when you pull it. So you're basically going to kind of flip it upside down. And then this little hook that comes with it is what you remove the paddle with. And then you basically just kind of slowly pull up. And then that's removed. And then we flip this up and over. And then that is your sweetbread. Let's cut a slice. Alright, so let's cut this open and see what it looks like. That looks really good. Okay. Bye from Guys from Hall. Thanks for watching, and be safe out there.